Our partners at BetOnline continue to be your number one source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest odds, news, and sports developments, including this year's Wimbledon Finals, Major League Baseball, all the latest fighting news, and this season's NFL. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today. Receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code BLEAV to get the bonus and get into action. BetOnline, where the game starts. Hello. It's Private Talk Podcast with Alexis, Texas, and we are back. And today we have the Boosted on the couch. A little bit more about who Sammy really is.
Yes, I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
So introduce yourself to Private Talk. Tell us about yourself. What have you been up to? What is something that motivates you in the career that you've been in recently?
So my name is Sammy. A lot of people call me Boosted.
Mm-hmm.
I got famous in the car world, so that's where the name came from. Right now, I am actually building my brand more. I'm more trying to focus more on cars again because I kind of lost the sense of where I was for a little bit.
Okay.
I help mentor and coach girls on how to be successful on social media and OnlyFans. And right now, I'm actually opening up a restaurant. So I'm dealing with a lot right now, a lot of stress.
What kind of restaurant are you opening up? Is it something that you, like, you're hands-on, or something just a chain that you're being attached to? Or is it like you're in the nitty and gritty, like?
Nitty and gritty, yeah.
Okay,
so
like
I'm going to be part owner with my boyfriend right now. He's a chef, so I kind of got it easy there.
Awesome.
And I do great advertising, so I feel like I'll be doing great with that. The life before social media, I was a bartender and all of that. So I just feel like that was my main source of income, and I had a lot of fun before social media blew up. So awesome. I want to go back to my roots.
That's really cool. Is it going to be in your hometown? What kind of location are you working on? Do you know that yet?
Yeah, so it's going to be in my hometown in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. That's where I live. I love it there. I have a lot of fan base. My family are there. So I feel like the best support is going to be always in your hometown.
So you're not leaving. You're staying for your lifer.
Yeah, I can't deal with this LA life. I cannot do it. I'm here to visit and then I get out.
Have you ever tried, or you always been, you just travel for work and like that?
Yeah, I just travel. I tried to actually move here back in March 2020, right before the pandemic.
Okay.
And thank God it did not work out, because I would have been stuck here alone, So thank God it didn't work out. But
that's good, though. I feel like, it's great to be an entrepreneur and then to be so successful in your OnlyFans and have a platform like that and, kind of let yourself do what you enjoy doing. Like you're saying, going back to your roots and what makes you happy. And if that's feeding back into your community and being around your family, I think it's a great place where I feel like a lot of people try to go somewhere else sometimes to prove other points, or it's like you said, sometimes you just got to find your center and go back to your roots.
Yeah.
You said you kind of lost your way in that sense. What kind of struck you away from that, do you feel like?
I had a really bad experience 5 years ago now, I guess you would say. I kind of went really viral in the car scene, in the car world, and they kind of turned on me. And it was just a bad place. I wanted to commit suicide. It was a really scary place. So I got out of the car scene. They canceled me, I guess you can say.
Okay.
I was blacklisted from car events. I wasn't allowed to go. I wasn't allowed to work there anymore. And that's what I was doing for a living. So I just lost my way, I guess you could say. And now I feel like I have built the confidence up. It took a while to get back in there. And now I'm crushing it. I own a Porsche 911, people's dream car, and the people who canceled me are still out there driving Honda Civics that are broken.
That's awesome. Good for you. I'm glad that that you're definitely sitting here on the couch so you can tell your story and testimony of how you kind of overcome those things in darker times. What kind of stuff can you say that you had to do to get yourself out of that dark? Do you go to meditation? Did you speak to somebody? Did you have your family? Is that why you like to be so close to them? What kind of steps can you tell maybe your fans or people watching out there that kind of can motivate them to keep going?
I did see a therapist. So a lot of people think therapy is not right, and people think it's really weird, but I love therapy. It really brought out who I was. You get to talk to somebody that has no idea about you. My family helped me a lot. My real friends, you got to see who your real friends are.
For sure.
When something goes down, like that's super viral, like what happened to me, you get to see who your real fans and your real friends are, and that really helped me. But it did take me a lot to overcome. I even was fired from my job. They attacked my job. I had to work in a warehouse.
Yeah.
So I was just in the really deep, dark spot. But I think like the normal civilians, I think we call them.
Okay.
They really helped me out of like the dark spot.
All right, I love that. What would you say is unique about you?
I would say I'm really outgoing and really like I don't care what people say. I'm very political. I talk what's on my mind, and you can't really find that anymore. Everyone's scared to speak up about anything nowadays.
Were you like that prior to how you say you got canceled and, a community where you were, doing really well? Were you always talking and felt that way with your views? Or is that kind of the aftermath of now because you have been canceled and now you've come back and done it your own way and still doing it, that you have more of a voice?
I feel like I've always been outspoken, but after the cancellation, definitely I got a lot more outspoken, I guess you can say. And because of the whole COVID thing in 2020, I got really into politics and was just like looking into things, reading more, getting into the documentaries and conspiracies and stuff. And now I feel like I have this big audience where I really want to showcase like what I believe in and what I found out, because a lot of people are just living in la la land and they don't even really look into things.
Is that something that you kind of speak on and talk about in your podcast that you have as well?
I really like to try to talk about it on the podcast. A lot of people think I'm a little crazy, but I am gaining a lot of traction from there. A lot of Republicans are following my podcast, and they really love that I'm speaking out on.
So you're a Republican?
Yes.
All right. All right. So with your podcast, let's talk about that. What kind of format is it? How did you get into doing podcasting? You have all these other things on your plate. You're going to be a restaurant owner now. Is podcasting something that was a hobby of yours? Did you just find out because you wanted another platform to have your voice? How did you kind of navigate your way to having your own?
I got into it because I kept getting shadow banned on Instagram like everybody. And anything political I would post, even on my stories, my story views would just go crashing down. It's so weird. So I was like, I need a space that I can just talk freely and it doesn't really matter what happens. So that's why I really got into podcasting, because I just want to be able to speak what's on my mind without being canceled by anything and be shadow banned.
So what is your podcast called, and where can we follow you and support your podcast?
It's called She's All Cap, because I am a Capricorn and so is my co-host. And we say we don't lie, no cap. So we are on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts right now, and it comes out every Wednesday.
Awesome. All right, Private Talk, make sure you go and support her and see what her podcast is all about.
Yes, please.
If you could change jobs, would you?
Oh gosh, I love this job. I feel like it's very freeing. My first job that I ever wanted was in the FBI. So I have my criminal justice degree. So if it would fail, I would love to be an FBI agent, but I don't feel like this will ever fail. I feel like it's just getting better and better.
So when you say this job, what exactly would you say your classification of your job is? An OnlyFans model? Or what kind of like, where
I feel
do you,
like I hate that word OnlyFans model. I don't know. It's just so weird to me.
So would you say a creator? Because you say, the same thing as like you're a sexy female and out there, and when you're talking about doing a podcast, you mentioned doing No Jumper, and they reached out to you to have sex. And so like, how do you distinguish what kind of work you do on OnlyFans, or what kind of like, would you navigate your fan or new fans out there to kind of know what you're kind of all about?
I kind of my normal answer is usually that I'm a model and influencer.
Okay.
And I hate that word influencer too, because everyone is an influencer nowadays. But I do truly influence girls, especially from the car scene and making an OnlyFans and being successful. That's what I do. I do mentorship. So I feel like I can use that word.
Yeah. I feel like it gets a bad rap because everybody uses it and throws it kind of loosely. But I feel like, there are platforms like such as our, OnlyFans and all these other things as well, not just OnlyFans, YouTube and Patreon and all these other things, but it gives us a platform to kind of keep going with that.
Yeah.
So what can we find on your creative platforms?
Well, my OnlyFans, of course, is super spicy.
Okay.
I've been stepping up my content lately and doing a little bit more boy-girl content, and this is the first year I've ever done that.
Awesome. You seem like you light up when you said that, so you must be having fun over there. It must be really spicy.
It is.
Okay.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. I wish I did it maybe a little sooner. I feel like it kind of got a little, what is the word? A lot of girls are on there,
Oversaturated?
Yes, oversaturated right now. So I feel like I maybe waited too long because it's kind of hard.
I wouldn't think that. I think it's mindset. I feel like there's room for everybody, and if you have a fan base and navigating your way, if it's from getting people from your podcast or people on here and new people, they'll always find you. I feel like there's room for everybody, and I don't think I feel like if you're gonna stand out, you're gonna stand out.
True.
So keep that mentality of you just keep doing what you're doing, but I don't think it's because it's ever gonna be oversaturated. Like the platform is, and that kind of makes it run a lot. Not as always great sometimes, but as far as the overall creative part, I think that you definitely stand out, obviously, or you wouldn't be here on the Private Talk couch.
Yeah, I mean, I have a big feet fetish community. I went viral a few times with my feet.
So do you have just pretty feet, or do you like feet yourself? Let's explain this foot fetish to Miss Texas, because I have a foot fetish myself.
Yeah? You like feet?
I do like feet.
And you like your feet played with them?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
See, I don't like to touch somebody's feet. I think it's so gross, but I do think my feet are beautiful.
Okay.
And even when I was little, I would get asked to be a foot model, even 5th grade. And my mom was like, this is weird. That's weird shit. You can't do that. And she would turn it down all the time, my mom, because she thought it was weird. And then I grew
Look
up
at you
and
now.
I know. I'm like, Mom, now I'm making money, bitch. I could have been making money.
So can we see your feet? You're hiding you're hiding your feet. At least, you have to see.
I can't. They need to pay. Those premium
I mean, Miss
toes.
Texas needs to see your feet at least.
Okay.
I mean, I have a foot fetish. I told you can't tease me. It's like you're
Actually,
it's like blue lips, but different.
They're pretty, I think.
Okay.
And I think people like them because I have a size 10. I'm a size 10.
I was gonna say they're very long and but they're delicate in the same way you have a very arch. See how I talk about feet? I really know the words and the lingo. You like that? See?
I do like that. Uh-oh.
Her feet are being stimulated right now. So you wouldn't change your job at all? You would keep it the same, or would you continue being a creator of yourself, an influencer?
I would keep the job because I love it. I love helping other girls. I just love it.
When's the last time you had sex?
Last night.
Okay. Was it for your OnlyFans on your spicy side, or was it just for personal uses only?
This one was personal because I just got to the Airbnb and it's pretty cool. We have a swinging bed, a swinging hanging bed.
So you definitely took advantage of the swinging bed.
Oh yeah.
Have you always been adventurous in the bedroom?
No.
Okay. Is it something just new because of a certain somebody, or is it something that you're just tapping into because it's where your sexuality is right now as a woman?
I was in a very boring vanilla relationship for 6 years, and
your vagina just sounded tired, upset over there.
Yeah, it was.
She sounds upset.
It was so upset. It's upsetting to talk about it. So it was just so bad. He was grew up from the country club, and I'm from Pennsylvania, so.
Okay.
There's a lot of country club people who are just
But does that mean that they're really boring and they just lay there and have sex? What does that mean? Just because you're from a country club, there's some freaky country club people.
I've never met anyone.
Maybe they're have strap-ons. Maybe they have things in their closet. Maybe not all of them.
I think he's
gay.
Gay.
Maybe that's a fantasy of mine. I don't really know if I just projected them. But okay, so they were just vanilla. But then why did you continue a relationship? If the sex was bad, did you ever communicate with your partner at that point, or is it just because you guys kind of it was relationship didn't work out?
We even tried to go to couples therapy to try to figure everything out. We were just both kind of confused. Our ending of our relationship, we didn't fuck for 9 months.
That's upsetting.
It was very sad, and I tried to save it, and I was like, this is not for me. And he hated the OnlyFans. That's a big part. He hated it. And that was before I did any nudity. That was just feet and twerking, basically.
So you like to twerk. See, I like this. I'm finding out all kinds of things about you. Just like this.
Big twerkers. So that's what I was not known for first off.
This is actually called Twerk Towers. This is what I call my office here. So
I like it. I like it.
We are here at Twerk Towers.
But yeah, so I mean, he just was so vanilla and so boring, and I don't know what it was. It was just so weird. He hated my lifestyle, and I feel like I was just like, even if I walked around the house naked, he would say like I wasn't allowed to do that, and that was weird. And like, oh, the neighbors could maybe see me.
But he was always like that from day one, or did he change to be that way? Because you don't seem like a female that would, like, if someone told you that, you would do it anyways. And like, you kind of seem like, you know, you own your shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you keep that going for 6 years? Or did it just because you maybe started your OnlyFans, did he get too jealous?
No, I guess you could say that it happened because of the cancellation with the car scene thing that happened. I was really depressed, and I wasn't like happy with myself.
Okay.
And I feel like anything that he could say, or anybody that was telling me anything, I would just believe it. And I just felt like my self-confidence was so down, and I was believing it for so long. But then I started like gaining my confidence because of the OnlyFans. And I felt like I really wanted to do more content, and I was feeling sexy about myself.
Yeah.
And he was not having it, and it just was in a weird space. So I finally left him, and ever since it's been up.
Good for you. So you say that was vanilla. So now moving forward, were you like want to do the complete opposite and go like super kinky, or were you always kind of like in the exploratory, like where you like, you know, whips and chains? What's kind of like in their side drawer, a toy room?
I feel like I love ass play. I love anal now. That was like the first month I left him. I kind of was like, let me try everything. And I was like, I want,
get it, girl.
Yeah, I want flavor. I want seasoning.
Hey, you gotta try it all. I feel like sometimes too, like I feel like women and people just in general, even men as well, we get suppressed that we think we have to like do things by a certain age, where it's like sometimes it's good to explore, to see what's out there, so you really do see your options and not settle for what we think that we have to have, and because something is really meant to be because we feel it and we like are actually living through those things and not just settling. I feel like sometimes we settle too often sometimes, and that's why you should fuck 100 dicks until you find the one you want to stay with.
I mean, I totally
an Uber driver
agree.
said that to me one time. Me and my girlfriend. She was like, "Girls, like she's like just keep." She's like, "Fuck 100 dicks, and then you'll be able to find your husband." I don't really take that advice, but possibly I was in porn for quite some time.
Yeah.
So 100 dicks. Try it out. You never know.
I would definitely agree with that.
Is there something you regret saying no to?
Is there something I regret saying no to? I don't think so. I can't really think of anything on top of my mind right now.
Have you ever been kicked out of an establishment? And if so, why?
Which one?
The best story, girl. Let's hear it, Sammy.
I went through a really crazy phase where I was getting kicked out almost everywhere in my hometown.
Okay, well, this is private talk, so let's talk about it. What was like the craziest place you got thrown out of in your hometown? Because your hometown's small, and you're pretty well known.
Yeah.
And how do you think what are you doing over there?
I got kicked out of our casino. We actually have a huge casino. I'm banned for life. I'm never allowed back.
Oh no, this is horrible.
It is.
Where are you gonna gamble? Where are you gonna?
I know. I actually got kicked out at a Rob Zombie concert at the casino.
So why did you wait, pause, rewind. Why did you get kicked out of the casino that you're banned for life? Like, how does that happen to a pretty little lady like yourself? What did you do?
I went to the concert for the Rob Zombie, and because it's a venue as well.
Oh,
like
so
underneath.
it's a part of this attached to it.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was so wild, and I beat the shit out of my best friend at the time, actually.
Oh.
We came there best friends. I left there arrested and her pressing charges on me.
What happened? What did she do to make you so upset?
She went with her stripper friend, and
Oh,
like,
no, bitch.
yeah, like, and I hated her stripper friend. Like, we were not friends. And I went with my like normal civilian friends at the time. So we get there, and they're all like fucked up on coke and everything, and I'm just like drunk and high, and I'm chilling. And then she sees me, and she's all whatever on her coke, and she's like, "Come over here, the girl's over here that you don't like." And she like grabs me, and she was just like looking for a fight, you know, like it was some weird
Stirring
shit.
the pot. Stirring the pot.
So she grabbed me and pulls me right in front of the girl that we do not like. And she's just like, "Well, what do you want to say to her face? You guys are both fighting online. Like, how about you just say it to her face?" I mean, like I said, I have...
So you said it to her face.
Yes.
You're like, "Fuck you, bitch." And then she swung, or you swung? Who swung?
I swung first,
Okay.
and They were with the owner of the casino.
Oh,
they were
this is
sitting
a
because
whole-
they were sucking his dick for some money. So I called it out there, and I was
Nice
like,
friends you have here, Sammy.
I know.
They're gonna bring you over, like causing trouble. They knew they were setting you up.
I know. I mean, everything happens for a reason. So I'm so glad that actually happened because
So do you take it back?
no, fuck no.
You be banned alive again. You're
I
right.
miss the casino, but
Yeah.
it's okay. I'm
You can-
saving
you
my
can
money.
fly to Vegas, you know, if you really want to
Yeah.
go. So I'm assuming that you guys are not friends to this
Fuck
day.
no, fuck no.
To this day, okay? Good choice. Good choice. If there could be one day that you could relive, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would say maybe meeting my boyfriend. I know it sounds like really weird, but
If that's your day you want to relive, let's relive it. Let's talk us through it.
I would say reliving the first time we kissed because I was so nervous and he was really like, he didn't understand the influencer model OnlyFans life, and it took him a while to get over it. And a lot of people were like, you know, people call us sluts and whores and whatnot. So I'm sure it took him a long time to get over that. And he was very standoffish, so I just kind of went in for it and I kissed him. Like I was the one who did it, and it was just like a weird.
Did you think you were gonna get rejected, or you knew you were gonna land the kiss?
No, I thought I was gonna get rejected.
Okay. Would you say that dating prior to that was kind of difficult because of your career that you've chosen?
Yeah, so I think that's why it stands out a lot because I was rejected in the past for what I do for a living.
Yes.
Or guys just took advantage of what I do for a living. Like even like sometimes like mid talk or mid fucking, they would like stop and be like, "We should record this, right?" And I'm like, "No, dude. Like what the fuck?"
Yeah, there's a lot of douchebags in the world, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like sometimes they think it always has to be a show or you have something to prove or they're not going to be, you know, all those things. But hey, you just gotta jump right in there.
Yeah.
What is your craziest fan interaction?
My craziest fan interaction.
Maybe even in comments, maybe something, have you gone back and forth with them, maybe in person, any kind of things stand out for you?
I have this guy, I'm not going to say his name, but he has probably tipped me last month alone like $21,000.
Okay.
And it's just like topless photos and like talking about like random shit, and we're really not doing anything. Like it's just chatting and me helping him with his own dating life. Like I have to help him.
Does that make it feel, why do you feel like that's a bad thing? That should be a good thing.
It's
You're
not.
counseling him. And sometimes guys, I feel like they'd rather pay for the service of even of their time to say, how can I do this, or get someone like you and your advice, because you have a boyfriend, you carry yourself well. So I feel like sometimes they just want to know, some game, and game ain't free.
Oh,
so we
yeah.
go to your OnlyFans.
Well, yeah, I guess he's paying me for my game.
Yeah, he wants to know how to
wants
get a
me-
girlfriend, girl. We can tell that man how to get wiped up.
I'm trying. He's so cute. He's like a little like cute little ginger. It's so cute. But he even asked me to even share it with like my boyfriend. They're like, show him the phone. Maybe he has something that he could tell me what I can do to get a girl like you. It's so cute. I'm
There's like cuckolds out there too,
Yeah.
There's a fetish for everybody. I feel like that's what I feel like is great about the industry, is like there's so many things that you could either try, not, or explore, and it's really great.
Yeah.
Do you have any fetishes, you'd say?
I guess I like for me to play with or for me to get.
Either how you get off or something you like to see or anything.
Like I said, I do love anal, but I have pooping problems, so I feel like I have to take breaks sometimes.
Okay.
So I'll go like 2 weeks without any of that, and then I'll go like hard for a week, and I come right away.
A week straight you're doing anal.
Yes.
Just only the dick or toys or everything in between.
I love butt plugs. I do
Okay.
love that. I've never done like the anal beads yet.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like that's like not really up my alley. I just rather have dick. Like I've always, even when I was not little, oh God. But I lost my virginity at 15, but I just always like went right like to sex. I never was like a really big foreplay type of girl.
Yeah.
I just really love dick, I guess you could say.
Yeah, but I also think it's like it's sometimes just not knowing or being with a partner that like, sometimes we rush to do things, whatever, because we're horny a little, you know what I mean? But we're not exploring what foreplay even is. You know what I mean? Or like kind of doing those things. So you just wanted to get straight to the point. You know?
Yeah, I love butt plugs. I love anything with that. I feel like a lot of girls are so scared of it. I don't know why, but honestly, that's like where your horniest spot is. That's where you fucking come right away. I
You
swear.
seem like you're gonna come right now talking about it. Your eyes are lighting
know,
up. But do you have a butt plug in right now?
Not
Sammy?
right now. Not right now.
I don't know.
I do have it with me though. I do.
You don't leave home without it?
No, my man doesn't allow me. So.
Oh, nice. I like this. Let's see. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh my God. My first celebrity crush would be LL Cool J.
Okay.
It was so weird, but 6th grade, I remember even my mom just like asking me who like I liked and why I was like listening to so much like R&B and rap and type of that. And she was like, who do you like? Like, what are you into? And I was like, LL Cool J, those lips. I love those lips. I don't know. I just loved them.
Had you ever tried to slide into his DMs?
I think I did, yeah.
You think you did or you know, Sammy? Tell us the truth here at Private Time.
I honestly don't. I do think I did. I haven't looked. I should have. I haven't looked in a while, but I do think I slid in the DMs back in the day.
What makes you smile?
Cats. I'm a huge weirdo, and I love cat shit. Like, if I'm in a bad mood, I will just pull up a cat video.
What's the best advice you've ever gotten?
I guess the best advice I ever gotten would be to just like not let the haters get to me. That's how I got over everything that I've overcome. I just stopped even reading comments. I honestly don't even read anything anymore on my page. I don't like to like look at it because a lot of people just like to talk negatively.
Do you have any like daily rituals that you kind of do to kind of keep yourself balanced?
Honestly, it's going to sound so weird again, but
That's what you do.
every morning I make sure I hug my cat for like 5 minutes. She's like my therapy.
Okay.
I talk to her for like 5 minutes and like I hold her and I feel like, I don't know, it's just like a huge
Anxiety
like,
relief.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, that's why they have service pets that, you know, do things like that because it's you release things when you hug people or animals.
Yeah.
So I get it. Let's see. What is your go-to strategy? You say that you're very good at marketing. What's kind of like, without giving obviously all your tips away, just like one keynote to touch on to like kind of get your business going as far as like promotional things and kind of getting your brand out there?
I feel like I'm very true to myself, so that's a big thing. Never lose the sense of yourself. Don't promote something that you actually don't believe in just because it's paying you. I feel like that's a big thing for me. I feel like that's also why I'm successful. I say no to a lot of things.
Okay.
If I don't believe in it or if it's like a stupid, shitty brand and just because they're going to pay me, I don't really care.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I do promote, I'm very truthful about it. So I feel like a lot of people like that.
What's the best pickup line ever used on you?
Oh, jeez. Probably... I really like different languages, so if somebody's speaking a different language to me, like I'm like, where are you from? Let's go.
It doesn't even matter what they're saying.
I don't
Just
even
like,
care what the fuck they're
talk
saying.
to me. Talk, please.
Just talk, yes.
Have you ever gone through your partner's phone?
Yes.
Did you ever find anything you didn't like?
Yes.
What did you do with that information? Did you keep it, or did you ever confront it at that moment, or could you just not hold it in?
I'm a keeper, so
Okay.
I like wait on it. I
All
wait
right.
for the perfect
So you were
time.
gathering more evidence before you.
Yes.
What is your
Always.
sign?
A Capricorn.
Oh, that's right. You said that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we're a little scary. I don't know. And like I said, I wanted to be an investigator back in the day.
Oh,
So like that's
FBI.
where it is. Like I swear, like he needs to watch out.
He needs to watch out. Have you ever taken, or somebody's taken, a souvenir home from an encounter with you?
Oh, geez. I don't know if they ever did. Oh God.
Did you?
No, I've never.
You're not like a hoodie type of girl who like steals your, the dude's hoodie or their underwear, shirt.
I'm not really like a stealer. I'm more like I'm just taking this. Okay. Like I literally just outspoken.
It's just
about
yours.
it.
You paid your dues. It was
Yeah.
time. It's going home with me.
Yep.
If you could marry someone famous, either living or dead, who would that be?
Elon Musk.
Okay. You're a big fan?
Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan. He's so smart. I think that he knows what he's doing. A lot of people hate him because he's outspoken and he's just bought Twitter. I feel like he's just really smart. He's gonna save the country. I know it sounds so weird, but there's a lot of things out there that we need to figure out in space and life in general. And I feel like he's there. He doesn't care what people have to say. And I really like that.
What are your views about his whole Twitter announcement about having to pay for verification and changing up the whole system of Twitter?
I feel like it's only $8 a month, so like fuck it. Like I would do it. And I guess it's gonna help get rid of like the bots and everything like that. I hope he does that because it's so strange. Even I get like a lot of messages a day on Twitter, and it's all bots, and it's annoying.
So you're just pro whatever Elon Musk is doing, you support it.
Basically.
You're like, yes, let's get it going. Do you have a tattoo that you maybe regret?
I have 0 tattoos, 0 piercings, nothing.
Nice. I have 0 tattoos, but I have a belly button piercing and just the regular ears. But I think this is closed up from like a long time ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's very rare. Most girls these days, are just people in general, have tattoos everywhere. I went to get one when I was 18, but then, I was the last one to get it, and I was like, I just don't really want to do it.
I almost did it, and I was like, no, I just can't. I'm too scared, honestly, but.
Too scared. You don't like the needles?
No.
Have you ever watched porn with your partner?
I guess, does Twitter feed count? Because I feel like that's fucking porn now. Like, I feel like it's
Whose Twitter feed are you watching as porno?
I don't know. I follow a bunch of shit. Like, I swear to God, he even asked me.
So what gets Sammy off? If you're going to go and look at something that, like, maybe turn you on, or do you need that? Or do you just have a sexual, like, fantasy in your head that can, like, do it for you?
I guess I don't have to ever watch porn to get horny, but I do like to watch it. I enjoy, like, I don't know, I guess you can get tips and tricks off of it. And
so what tips and tricks have you got, Sammy? Why are you being so shy here at Private Talk? This is, we want to get to know you a little bit more. Your fans want to know what you're doing with those tricks at OnlyFans on your spicy side.
I personally like to watch gangbangs because I feel like I'll never have one, but so I just like to watch it.
So it turns like the taboo-ness of what a gangbang could do for you.
Yes.
All right.
I guess you could say that. I had a threesome once, and I'll never do it again. I'm too jealous of a person, so that's why.
Was it another girl or 2 guys?
Another girl.
Okay, so did you hate it, or did you like do it and then you're just like, this isn't for me?
I didn't hate it. I just knew it wasn't for me. Like,
so you got jealous in like the middle of it.
Yeah, we actually had a fist fight. I had broken fingers and everything after.
Broken fingers? That is a little intense. So you like to fight?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I grew up. I haven't fought in like 4 years, so
I grew up. I love it. I mean, we all have to, we learn lessons, and obviously you have seemed like you've had some lessons that you've learned and growing up. And I think that's all about, the evolution of being an adult and like kind of growing up. It's like, if you wouldn't have learned that and you're still fighting, then maybe we need to have a different conversation. Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's, we all make mistakes, yes, but as long as you can grow from them and how you, persevere and kind of put yourself out there, then that's all we can do.
Yep.
How often do you masturbate?
Never. I mean, only do it if I'm making a video or a custom for OnlyFans. It's never really just to like do it.
Okay.
I feel like I'm just with my man a lot, so we just fuck. I don't really have to, honestly.
Okay. Let's see. What is success to you?
Success is not worrying about where your money is or where it's going, as long as you feel comfortable. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to make 6 figures a month. But success to me would be you're just comfortable living, you're doing everything that you love, and you're capable of paying for everything. You have, I would say, at least have a house or something that you own. And that would be success. You can't be like living rent for like just living with rent all your whole life and doing all that. As long as you own something and you're doing everything that you love to do, then I guess that would be success.
Okay. Who do you go to for advice?
Oh God, I feel like I don't go to anyone with advice. I feel like everyone fucking comes to me and I like go crazy. Honestly, I don't think I go anywhere. I mean, unless my man, but I feel like we jump off of each other's ideas.
Okay. All right, well, we got to know you a little bit more. We opened you up to a little bit more, but now we're going to do Truth with Texas. So this is my favorite part. We're going to play a little game. There's 4 aces. Each ace suit is a different type of question, from kinky, spicy, naughty, and romantic. And we're going to go down the list and let you know a little bit more intimately.
Okay.
All right.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. I told you earlier I wouldn't bite you too hard.
Woo.
All right. So first card, we're gonna go through all of them, but first one. Ace of Spades, which is our naughty question, which is our favorite here at Private Talk. Handcuffs or blindfold?
Ooh, I would have to say blindfold.
Wildest place you've ever had sex? Are you an exhibitionist? You go outside and balconies or airplane? Where's the wildest place you've ever had sex, Sammy?
I would say it's not even that wild, but I feel like it's just it was outside of my house.
Okay.
And there was no reason to be outside of the house, like on the main street.
So it's like if you could get caught, you could, but if not, you're not trying to like push it kind of thing.
Ducking every time a light would come from a car, and it was like really
the
fun.
adrenaline rush.
Yes, I like the adrenaline rush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Choked or spanked?
Choked.
Do you like dirty talk?
Sometimes it's the mood. You have to be in the right mood. But
Do
yes.
you are you the one who likes being talking dirty, or do you like your partner to talk dirty to you?
My partner to talk dirty.
What is something you like your partner to say to you? Give us an example of the dirty talk that you like.
Like spit in my mouth, spank me. Well, not spank me, slap me.
Okay.
I like being told what to do because I'm very dominant in real life.
Okay.
So in the sex life, I feel like I like being told what to do.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that. Lube or spit?
Spit.
Have you ever had sex at work? Before OnlyFans?
No, I was always a good girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever paid for sex?
No.
I love your face. No, absolutely not.
Definitely not.
Sex tape. Have you made one?
Yes, for me, I have them.
Okay.
But not sold. Nobody else seen them.
Okay. What kind of outfits turn you on? Do you like to dress up like character-wise? Do you like to do like schoolgirl? What kind of outfits? Or maybe just naked?
I like just naked, but something about, like I said, I date a chef. Something about a chef jacket, I don't fucking know.
Makes
and then
your
that
panties
movie
wet?
came out, that like Yes Chef. I don't know what the fuck that movie is, but I
Okay.
feel like everyone has a huge chef fetish now.
Okay.
But that's been my fucking thing.
So you're fucking in the kitchen
Yes.
all the time?
Yes.
Like it. Fuck me, feed me. It sounds like a great
Fuck
deal.
yeah.
Biggest turn off. What is something that's absolutely was not gonna like something you're not gonna stand for?
Well, two things.
Okay.
One would be in a political stance. If somebody voted for Joe Biden, my pussy gets
Okay.
dry right away.
Okay. Okay.
On two, if their smile, like I can't have a nasty smile.
If they have crooked teeth, or they just like their
Crooked
smile's like
teeth is
no
okay.
smile, or like what do you mean by that?
just like a lot of people don't know how to brush their teeth, like yellow or like a.
Sounds like you've had a horrible
dark-
experience somewhere.
No, I actually haven't, but
Okay.
I just see a lot of nasty fucking teeth out there, and it's just really weird.
Okay. Have you ever gone or been a part of the Mile High Club?
I've used toys in the bathroom. Does that count or no?
No, but you gotta have sex.
No, I would love to, but I don't know how fucking people do it. People watch you. Like, how do you do it? Have you?
I have.
But how do you get away with it?
It was a night flight, and we did know the people behind us, but it was kind of like the whole adrenaline thing as well, because the lady kept going up and down the thing, and we just had a blanket over us, and we were in Spoon. Yeah.
Wow.
When there's a
have to
will, there's a
try.
way, you know? And this was
Yeah.
early on. This was like when I was 21. I was young, dumb, and full of a lot of cum, and I had just joined porn. So it was right up the great kind of, thing.
Wow. Jealous.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun time. Fun time. Do you like to role play?
I wouldn't say role play. No. I mean,
Just the dominant part, like being told what,
I
being
feel like
submissive.
that is kind of like role play because I'm not like that in real life. So,
Have you ever faked an orgasm?
yes.
Can I hear what it sounds like?
Oh, geez. Let me have a sip of water.
Get that throat wet, girl. Get
I
it wet.
know.
Lubricate that throat.
Oh, geez. Oh, here we go.
Let me hear it.
I don't know. Oh, yes. Talk dirty to me. You like that?
That's faking it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. She faked it, guys. She faked it. All right. Next card, next category.
Oh,
See, it's not that bad. It's
I
fun.
know. I'm sweating over here.
Ace of Hearts is romantic. Would you consider yourself a romantic?
I wouldn't really, honestly.
Okay.
No.
Favorite part of the opposite sex body?
I would have to say hands.
Hands? What about their hands that turned you on? What is about hands?
You need like a manly hand.
Okay.
Like not some like wimpy, like, I don't know, like some half-ass weird handshake and just like a little hands. I'm a big girl.
Okay.
I need a man.
You're a size 10, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a big hand to wrap around that thing.
That's right.
I like it. Romantic sex or kinky sex?
I like them both. I feel like maybe if it starts off romantic and then let's get
Then you're
dirty
being
at the
choked
end.
and slacked and doing all these fun things.
Yeah.
Making out or cuddling?
Cuddling.
Cut or uncut?
Cut. I had to think about it for a second. I was like, which one is she
Your
talking
eyes,
about?
you got scared. You said, oh my God.
Yes, please cut.
Like you had like a flashback of one that was
I
not
did.
that you want to talk about it? Was it
No.
really scary?
Yeah.
What was so scary about it?
I don't know. It was like my first and only one, and
He
I
had a
was
little
so
jacket and he
it was so scary, and he didn't tell me about it. It was a surprise.
How is he supposed to tell you? Do the guys that are cut tell you, don't worry, girl, I'm cut? Like, how does that come up in conversation?
I don't
Like
know.
he wanted a warning sign before he opened his pants. Caution, there's more cutting here.
Yeah, I guess that's weird to say, but I felt like I feel like I wish I would have was told before because
He's not here, don't worry. You
I
act like
know.
he's going to pop out some of this on this one.
it was so scary. I don't even know. I honestly was like, I had literally had like stopped, and I was like, I don't even know what to do. He was laughing. He was, oh my God.
It's crazy. Those are the best ones for anal.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it has like its own little like thing. It does. It has a little glove. It's great.
I'm having flashbacks. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up.
Watch it. All the porn scenes, most of the guys.
Wow.
Happens. Lights on or lights off. See, learn something new every day. You knew.
I guess
Right here at
so.
Private Talk. You can.
Wow. Lights off, especially for that reason.
You're not having any surprises. You want to feel around. Like, is this going to be great?
Oh my God.
That's funny. Dinner date or movie date?
Dinner date. I love fucking food, so.
Okay. What about, have you ever slid into somebody's DM? You said you didn't know about LL Cool J, but have you ever slid into somebody else's DM?
I've slid into Donald Trump's DMs.
Did he answer back?
No, and his
You
and
seem
his
very
son.
upset about it.
I am. I want them on my podcast.
Good luck with that one.
I know.
that's yeah. Maybe.
One day it's gonna happen.
Hey, a manifestor. You know, I'm a
Yep.
true believer. Speak it into existence.
Me
It's
too.
possible. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
He's-
Maybe he'll see this.
I mean, I've heard he's a fan. Who knows?
Ooh.
Ace of Diamonds. That's a spicy question. My little spicy mama over there.
Uh-oh.
Something that you would not do sexually. Is there anything off limits?
Not do sexually. I mean, I just don't want to share my man, so I definitely would never ever have a threesome or anything like that ever again.
Okay.
Probably.
But what about, so is anything on the table with your partner then?
I wouldn't eat out their ass. I know a lot of
So
girls
no
have
ass eating for you.
No, I love my assy, but I will not. I will
Have
not
you
do
ever
it.
eaten an ass?
I've licked it.
Okay.
And it was like I was drunk, and it just happened. I was going down on his balls, and I accidentally slid in the back. And then he was like, "Oh my God, you're really doing this?" And he was like, he was loving it.
Did he pull his legs back?
Maybe.
He totally did. He
He definitely loved it.
did the backpack. What did they
The backpack.
It's Jansport.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, so I mean, I'll never go full force eating it, but
So he did all of that and you only licked it once? Come on now.
I mean, I guess I was like, I licked it a few
you
times.
licked it more than once. He didn't pull his legs back for one lick.
Yeah, yeah.
How many licks
I'm
did
caught.
it take? How many licks did it take to get to the center of it?
Too many.
That's why you don't want to go back there.
I know. Oh my God.
You're like, why are you bringing up all these tragic moments for me, Alexis?
Right?
What's the worst hookup story you've ever had?
Oh, geez. I I guess the first time ever, like, it was with an NFL player, actually.
Okay.
And
Can
I
we
feel
know
like
his name?
I'm not gonna say his name.
Can we know what team he played for?
He played for a few. He played for Chicago Bears and the Sixers.
Is he still in the NFL?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like they're like the weirdest, honestly.
Why? What did he do? Like fetish wise or sexual wise?
Both, because I just feel like they get so much pussy and they're more like desensitized, I like to say.
Okay.
Because they can get whatever they want, you know? You slide in their DMs or he slides in their DMs. Most girls are like, yeah, this one, I'm not like that, but this one is from my hometown, so I've known him since high school. And I thought it was going to be like fun and great and whatnot, but he was just so weird, and he was more of like me, like playing with his nipples and sucking on his nipples and shit like that, and he wasn't playing with me. He just wanted his nipples and shit like that, and I was just really weird. It was like more feminine vibes, and I don't like that shit.
Yeah. So it was no nipple play for you.
No, so fucking weird. I was like, are you gay? But I guess it's a thing, but I thought he was gay.
I mean, I feel like there's things that you, as like the same thing as like how when you were with your partner for the 6 years and it was very vanilla, like some people just don't progress, so you don't try things. Then certain people get stuck on certain things. So maybe whenever like the stimulation, once they feel something that feels good, you continue to do that, and sometimes need that for other things. It's not for everybody. That's why, we're all adults and we can choose and say that, hey, that's just not for me. I mean, whatever. But I don't think it necessarily goes as far as the sexuality of the preference. I think it's just the like how they get pleased in certain things. Now that's the least of anything. Now the backpack guy, who knows? It could go anyway. As far as the extent of what the thing is, because I feel like a lot of time with sex things, I feel like people don't communicate enough sexually. Although we are easy to like have sex at like a one night stand or all these things, but we can't be like, oh, I don't like that, or like I like this more, or this is completely not off limits for me. And that's why like, for my show, it's about having those hard conversations or questions that aren't really necessarily hard, and making it, normalizing it, and like making it like where it's okay to speak about those things and tell you like your likes and dislikes, because that's how you enjoy it more. That's how you learn and explore. When you left the partner that wasn't doing all the vanilla things, then you wanted more, so you found a partner that did those things, and now look at you sexually. You love anal. You talk about doing it once a day for a week and then being taken over, you know what I mean? Like that's great, because you learned your body that maybe you would have never gotten there if you wouldn't have been honest with your partner to explore yourself in like in intimate ways, and like kind of just letting it all out there and having a great time. That's how it's all about. Have you ever been turned down for sex? Or do you always get what you want?
I feel like I always get what I want. I'm actually the one who turns down a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any top porn stars? Do you have a list that you kind of like? Maybe you either met from shows or working with each other for OnlyFans, or maybe things that you've watched by yourself?
I'm pretty good friends with Francia. I don't know if you know who that is.
I've heard the name.
I really enjoy her, so I like her as a person, and she's pretty kinky, and she's older, so I look up to her. Also Kendra Lust. I'm sure you know who Kendra is. I didn't even really know of her until she slid in my DMs, and I was like really intrigued, so I started watching some of her stuff, and I was like, okay, I feel like maybe I like the older woman, because then I could see that they're still thriving and this isn't going to go anywhere. Maybe that's like why I like it so much.
Okay.
Maybe that's why. And obviously I have a huge crush on Lena the Plug.
Okay. I love that. Have you done a scene with her?
I had known.
Okay. Is that something that, you just started doing other stuff, for your personal stuff, but was there something that you would maybe do a one-on-one with her?
I would say maybe would be the first and only girl to like do something with like that. I did some girl on girl scenes before. I did a whole like 40-person orgy, which was fucking wild. But I don't like girls like that. But I'll let her do whatever she wants to me for sure.
So you say that you don't like girls like that. Is the only time that you were with a girl when you did that threesome, or have you tried to explore yourself personally that that you've kind of been there, done that, and it's not for you?
The threesome definitely was like a hard no for me, but then last year when I did that like 40 girl orgy, that was just so intense, and it was really cool to like watch and be in there. But like some of the girls' hygiene are not the best.
I mean, well, I feel like going from one extreme to the next, that's like, I mean, I've been in the industry for a really long time. And when I first started, I never did girls. And then, because I had never been with a female. And then I was with someone that I had been working side by side with. But even me, with all that, going into 40 girls, it's kind of a lot. Because it's like, where do you start? Not every girl is, clean in certain ways or shave or this, that, or the other. And everybody has things, but 40, it's a lot to pick from. So you definitely ran before you crawled, but I give you props. But it's also like one of those things where it's like maybe on an intimate thing because you do like Lena and you're such a fan or whatever, that it would be more of a better experience.
Yeah.
And that level because it's one-on-one. It's not as a whole group thing.
And I feel like she's like, I mean, she's a mom now and everything. So I feel like she would like give me time and teach me what to do and just it would be nice,
So you want to be taught what to do with female and men.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you have a celebrity hall pass?
Like that I would let him like
for you. So if you're in a relationship now, is there a celebrity out there that it doesn't matter if they talk to you or not, that it's like a hall pass?
No,
nothing.
I don't think so.
Have you ever broken up with someone because they were bad in bed?
Yeah.
Have you ever thrown up on somebody during sex?
No, but they threw up on me.
Did you keep going?
No.
So this is over. All right, last question. It's the clubs. It's the kinky questions, which we've all been a little kinky. Actually, no, we did that one. Hold on.
Oh.
Nope, we didn't. Most number of times you had sex during a day?
Oh, fuck. Probably, this is like pretty recent, but probably like 7 or 8 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great day.
It was definitely, it's, when the beginning of the relationship starts and you're both just like fucking wild. So that was what was going on. It was just wilding out.
Nice, nice. Have you ever woken up to someone that you didn't know their name?
Yes.
What did you do? Did you fake it?
I ran out. I ran.
I got the fuck out of there. And I was like, well, my Uber needs to come now.
I ran into the other room and because my girlfriends were in there and I was like, dude, like, what the fuck is that kid's name? Like, what the fuck? And they're like, dude, are you serious? And then they didn't know. So then we had to watch our stories from the night before and see who we tagged. And that's how we found.
Sex skill that you are most proud of?
I think I'm really good at giving blowjobs. So I think I would say that.
Describe what an orgasm feels like for you.
Like heaven? I don't know.
Okay.
I just love orgasming. I feel like I can orgasm a couple times. And I do like the whole shaking and all of that. So I'm very...
Nice. Is there somewhere that you've always wanted to have sex that you haven't? Maybe.
The plane. Like I always said
So you have one at the plane?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really want to fuck on the plane.
Is that why you started with the toys? Because you were like, it kind of like stimulates you to be like naughty?
I think so, yeah. I think that I need to be on like maybe a jet or something. Okay. I need to be more rich and get my own fucking flight so then I can do it.
Is this you manifesting, girl? Keep on going. What's your list? What do we get?
Buying a plane.
I like it. So of all the things that you have seen or talked about today, we talked about that, we're starting a restaurant, you mentor girls, you do your own OnlyFans. What is the one of all of those things that you love the most? Or is there one that sticks out more for you?
I really love mentoring girls. I don't know. I really love the OnlyFans life. I love helping girls make money because I feel like there's so much money out here. We can all fucking have a dollar, like it doesn't matter. So I feel like that's really important to me. And I believe in karma. And I feel like I keep helping so many people. I feel like that's why everything good is happening to me.
Nice. I love that. How did you get into that kind of role of where you could like mentor girls?
Well, because I started OnlyFans really early on. I'm on there for 6.5 years now. So, and since my brand was the car world and I was more of just like the girl next door, just into cars and everything like that, that a lot of people looked up to me. And they saw that transition that I was doing. And a lot of girls was like, wait, how is she driving all these like exotic, crazy cars and like living this extravagant life, and she's not even a porn star or like doing anything like that. So I was able to help girls like get on the platform and showcase like their body without showcasing the full body. So I feel like I was like the queen of finessing at first.
Okay.
And now I helped even girls like they want to move on to the next step. Like, how do I get into like the more sex scenes and girl on girl and stuff? And I like to teach them, like, don't do it right away. You have to build your audience. You have to do baby steps, because once you full send, there's no going back. You can't be just showing your toes then again.
Hey, everyone likes some toes. I love it. Well, that is all of the questions that I have for you. You did an amazing job. I'm glad I got to know you a little bit more. Our fans got to know you a little bit more intimately as well. Is there anything you want to ask Miss Texas before we leave?
I did have a question.
Okay.
So I'm sure that you see all the news, like Lana Rhoades and everybody, all these porn stars are now regretting their decision. And they're saying that it fucked up their mental health and everything, and they wish they didn't do that. Do you think that you regret it, or is there any regrets?
I definitely don't have any regrets. I feel like I've never had a bad situation in porn. I feel like everybody's career is very different. Each one of those girls that say that, they have their own experience, and it wasn't mine. From the beginning of me doing mine, I've always had my say. I've never felt like I needed something. I was never on substances. I was never made on any of those things. I was very conscious of my decisions. And for me, sex was like my art and how I just like expressed myself. And for me, I feel like I did it my way. And, yes, was I, taught a different business model and things like that from like mentors or, management that I've had? Yes. But as far as like what I did, I didn't have any regrets. I feel like it kind of brought me to who I am today, and like why I am the woman that I am, and also business wise and in my personal life. I think that because it's such an individual type thing, and like everybody's, again, what types of scenes we do are different, how people treat you are different, like how long people have been in the business are very different. It's hard to pinpoint one business to say that is the unraveling of certain things, especially if it was not my experience.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. I'm glad, because I just hate how everyone's trying to say that they regret it or something. I feel like a lot of girls that are trying to get in this industry, or who already are, I feel like that's kind of like attacking them. I feel like they need to better explain that they're the ones who kind of fucked up and got maybe into this bad management or something. It wasn't really the porn that got it.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like there are aspects that if people don't have space mentally or are going through other things, that can deal with the capacity of what the business can bring to it. And it's not for everybody. And that's also why the length of careers are also different, and the extensiveness of what you do it for branding wise as well. But it does take a toll on you if you let it. It can, make people different or view things differently from relationships or whatever. But I also think it also opens up things of who people truly want to be. And if those people accept that in your life, then they're meant to be there. And if not, then they're not. But I think everybody gets to that point a little bit faster, sometimes slower than others. And people, again, have their own experiences. So I feel like I think that there's more good than bad. I think the bad are the ones that are more highlighted because people don't understand the adult business, and it's very quick to judge us because people don't get us, but they also watch us. So it's very, interesting. But I think, we're in a world where there's a lot of fucked up things on, and you can't change everything, and it's unfortunate. But I feel like as long as you can stay true to yourself and do what you really love, then that's all you can really do at the end of the day.
I like that.
Amen. Dr. Texas without the PhD, but we had to preach sometimes here at Private Talk. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please tell us your social media so we can support you and everything that you have going on.
Thank you for having me. It's That Boosted Chick on everything besides Twitter is Boosted Gone Wild, because it's a little spicy on there for free.
All right. You heard our Private Talk. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time.
Thank you.
This episode is sponsored by Bet Online.